4.2, solve multi-step linear equations. So to solve an equation means to find a value for the variable that makes the statement true. Okay, so in these questions, we're going to have to do more than one step. So example 1, solve the equation. So we have 2 bracket n plus 5 equals 8. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to distribute this 2 into the bracket. So I get 2 times n, which is 2n, and then 2 times 5, which is 10, equals 8. Okay, now we want the n all alone, so let's take that 10 and subtract 10 from both sides. Okay, so we get 2n equals, then we have 8 minus 10, which is negative 2. Now the 2 and the n are multiplied, so the opposite of multiplication is division. We divide both sides by 2, so negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1. Okay, B, 2y plus 10 over 3 equals 20. So the 2y plus 10 is divided by 3. So we're going to multiply, because multiplication is the opposite of division. Okay, multiply both sides by 3. So those cancel. So we get 2y plus 10 equals, and then 20 times 3 is 60. Now let's get this 10 off the left-hand side. Subtract 10 from both sides. And we get 2y equals 60 minus 10 is 50. Okay, 2 times y, we're going to divide both sides by 2, and we get y equals 25. Okay, C, 2 equals 6x minus 2 over 5. So again, 6x minus 2 is divided by 5, so what we're going to do is we're going to bracket both sides and multiply both sides by 5. The 5 over 5 cancel, and we get 10 equals 6x minus 2. So now, to get rid of this negative 2, we plus 2 on both sides. So 10 plus 2 is 12 equals 6x. 6 and x are multiplied, so we're going to divide both sides by 6, and we get x equals 2. Okay, for D, we get 2 over 3a minus 1 equals 5. So let's get rid of this minus 1 first. So we're going to add 1 to both sides. So we get 2 over 3a equals, and then what's 5 plus 1? We get 6. Now, 2a is divided by 3, so we're going to multiply by 3, which is the opposite, so that denominator cancels. Now I get 2a equals 18, right? 6 times 3 is 18. Divide both sides by 2, and we get a equals 9. Okay, example 2, solve each equation. So we have 6x plus 5 and 4 equals 4x minus 7. Okay, so we have an x on each side of the equal sign and a constant on each side of the equal sign. So what we have to do is we have to bring all of the x's to one side and all of the constants to the other. So let's leave the 6x on the left-hand side, and let's bring this positive 4x over. So to get rid of the 4x, we have to subtract 4x from each side. Okay, so we get minus 4x, and then we'll just bring down the plus 5 equals negative 7, right? Because those cancel. Now, to get rid of the plus 5 on the left-hand side, we're going to subtract 5 on both sides. So we get 2x equals, because that cancels out, 6x minus 4x is 2x, and we get negative 7 minus 5. So I get negative 12. Okay, and then divide by 2, and I get x equals negative 6. Okay, B, 2x minus 5 equals 3x plus 2. So again, we have x's on either side of the equal sign and constants on either side of the equal sign. So let's bring all of the x's to the left and all of the constants to the right. Okay, so just bring down the 2x, and we want to bring this 3x over. So we're going to subtract 3x on both sides. Okay, so minus 3x, and then we have minus 5. Okay, equals, so then on the right-hand side we have 2, and then this minus 5, we're going to add 5 to each side. So we can do it actually in this line. So add 5 to each side. This 5 and this negative 5 cancel. Okay, and I get 2 minus 3 is negative x equals 2 plus 5 is 7. Now, we're not looking for negative x equals, we're looking for x equals. So we're going to divide both sides by negative 1, and we get x equals negative 7. Okay, example 3, solve each equation. Okay, so this time I see that I have 2x plus 5, so I'm thinking immediately distributive property, equals 3, and then this is a negative 1, so again I'm thinking distributive property into that bracket. So 2 times x is 2x, 2 times 5 is 10, equals, bring down the 3, negative 1 times x is minus x, and negative 1 times negative 1 is plus 1. Okay, so let's bring all the x's to the left-hand side. So this minus x, we're going to plus x on this side and plus x on this side. And let's just rewrite. We have 2x plus 10 equals, then we have 3 plus 1. Now this positive 10, we're going to subtract 10 on each side. And let's simplify. 2x plus x is 3x. 3 plus 1 is 4, minus 10 is negative 6. And then we're going to divide both sides by 3, and we get x equals negative 2. Okay, same idea for b. Let's distribute the 3 into the bracket, and then the negative 5 into this bracket. So 3 times x is 3x, 3 times negative 1 is negative 3, bring down the 5, equals negative 5 times x, and then negative 5 times negative 2. Okay, so bring the x's to the left-hand side. We're going to take that, we're going to add 5x. Okay, so 3x plus 5x is 8x. Then we have negative 3 plus 5. So let's just simplify that. I get plus 2 equals, and then just bring down the 10. So let's take this positive 2 and let's switch to the left side. So we're going to subtract 2 from each side. And I get 8x equals 10 minus 2, which is 8. Divide both sides by 8, and I get x equals 1. Okay, example 4. I have 3 times x minus 1 over 2 equals 18. So let's go ahead and distribute that 3 into the bracket. We get 3x minus 3 all over 2 equals 18. Now this 2, we could have done this first, and if you did, then that's okay. You're going to still get the same answer. So divided by 2, we're going to multiply both sides by 2. Cancel those out. We have 3x minus 3 equals 36. Take this negative 3, add 3 to both sides, and we get 3x equals 39. Divide both sides by 3, I get x equals 13. Okay, and last one. 0.3 minus 0.4w equals 1.1. So let's take this 0.3 and we'll subtract 0.3 off both sides. So I get negative 0.4w equals 1.1 minus 0.3, which we get 0.84. Okay? Now let's divide both sides by negative 0.4, and we get w equals negative 2.